Hello, seniors. My name is Jessica Gonzalez, and I am a program specialist at our Holyoke Leadership Center. Today, we are going to work toward earning our Space Science Expert Badge. There are 5 steps that we have to complete, and I'm briefly going to review them with you, and then I'm going to let you get started being creative. So step 1, we're going to learn more about the origin of dark matter and dark energy. You're going to watch a YouTube video that teaches you all about the history of it and a little bit about what are maybe some modern theories to accompany that. So there are a lot of crazy theories about that out there, but there are certainly some also very scientific theories as well. So I hope you enjoy that video. Step 2, you're going to learn about constellations. So many of you probably already have a good grasp on the history of constellations. So constellations are stars that form a shape or a pattern in the sky. So constellations are typically made up of at least 2 to 3 different stars. And it's kind of hard to tell how far apart those stars actually are. For the most part, what we know of constellations comes from ancient tales that have been passed down over time, and that teaches a little bit more about the history of those ancient cultures and how they used constellations as a way to explain different parts of their culture. So I hope you enjoy that video. You're also going to create your own constellation. So as you've probably seen, many constellations come with some sort of story. So for instance, the ancient Greeks and Romans would write a lot about the history behind the constellation, so that folks who are reading it later on could understand how they made sense of those patterns in the sky. So I'd like you to challenge yourself to create your very own constellation and then also create a story that goes along with it that could be passed down to other generations. Step 3, you are going to make a telescope at home and learn about how telescopes can be light collectors. To make your telescope, I would like you to go outside and try to find some materials outside that you could use to create your own telescope. You can also use household supplies as well. I would like you to be as creative as possible and really think about the most unique way that you can create this system for yourself. Telescopes have long since had a history of being a way for us to study the skies and the star patterns. Helped us learn a lot about what is going on in the night sky. So I am hoping that your telescopes can also give you a new perspective on the night sky. Once you have completed your telescope, I would like you to go outside after dark and try to see what looks different to you. Compare the visual of you just looking and then you using your telescope to see what that difference might be. Step 4, you're going to watch some NASA footage and you're going to design your own solution for one of the missions or the problems that NASA is encountering. So as always, they are always looking for new and fresh ideas, and oftentimes you can also submit your ideas to NASA, whether you work on it as a project at school or an extracurricular activity. There are some really fascinating missions happening currently. And so I would like you to watch some of the footage. You are also welcome to find any footage that interests you on your own and try to come up with a solution that could assist NASA in furthering their research into that particular subject. Step 5, I want you to take everything that you've learned and share your findings by creating a short video or writing a blog post about the night sky and the mysteries that are part of it. So you could create this for younger Girl Scouts, say daisies or brownies. You could also create this as a way to teach your family members and your friends about some really fascinating research that you've seen. So you can really be creative with that. As always, we would love to see any and all creations that you have, and you can do so by tagging GSCWM on social media.